guys, welcome back to another amazing gamer video. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to make a scrap mechanic AI auto turret using the Intelligentia mod. So once you've installed the Intelligentia mod through the Steam Workshop, this is what we'll be building. Once built, you can change how many spud guns, the height of the tower, the length of the tower, and lots of other things. At the points at which you can change stuff to make it fit your needs better, I will explain. So here's our build platform. First, you'll want to build up the height of where you want the tower. Then you'll want to put a double bearing system with a pipe. Then on top of that, you can either add more pipe.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.
But at some point in it, you have to add another bearing, add another pipe, but in this case, I don't want to add another pipe, so I'm going to add a corner, then no more bearings. So from here, you determine how much rotation you want it to be. So there, that's where it's going to mount to. Then you want to build your spud launching unit. So you want to build up 2 blocks like this. Then you want to build one of these. It'll build like this. But what you want to do is you want to get it so it's like this. Once it's facing like this, you can attach your spud guns. Here and here. Once that's complete, you can break this block and this block, then weld using the weld tool this to, if I can get up there, here, facing this, either this direction or this direction. Really, you can put it anyway, but this is the easiest way to configure because it has a much better angle for you to set up the rest of it. Then you want to place down 4 engines. Where you place them and what direction you place them doesn't matter. Once you've placed down all 4 engines, you want to take your connection tool and set 1 to this bearing, 1 to, basically 1 to every of the 4 bearings that you should have. Doesn't really matter which one. And then once you've done this, you want to place down AI output blocks. Oh, and the block I put between the spud guns, if you search it, it's called a turret block. Any of these will work. Each one has a description that tells you what it does and what its abilities are. I'm currently using the Quantum Auto Turret AI. If you want to know the other materials I'm using electric engines, pipes, pipe shorts, but it doesn't matter, pipe corners. You can also do this with blocks, bearings, mountable spud guns, of course the Quantum Auto Turret AI, paint tool, weld tool, connect tool, and the lift. Then once you've placed down 4 AI outputs just like this, you want to come to your paint tool and you want to select this one. You paint the top one like that. Doesn't matter, but it makes it easy when you set up in this pattern because you have W, A, S, and D. Then you want to connect your turret block into all 4 of these. Once you've done that, you can connect each one, but this time it matters. So your W and S have to be the ones here. So W can go to here, and S can go to there. Then your A and D have to be the ones on the post. once those are connected, what you'll have to do is you'll want to open up your connection tool and look. Okay, W. That means up and down. So follow it to the W engine, which is this one. It powers this bearing, which is correct. This is the S bearing, which means it needs to be rotated. Here's the A bearing, which comes to this engine, which means that is incorrect because that's going right. That one's going right as well, but that's D, so that one will work. Then you'll want to put any lever of your choosing or switch of your choosing for the project. Then you'll want to wire this switch into the AI block. Now, when you hit the switch, nothing happens. But that's because the engines don't have enough power. Just to see how it works, set it to 1. But once you're ready for it to work, set it to 3. And now, if everything is working properly, when you hit the switch, the turret should start auto-tracking you. Which in this case, for some reason, isn't working. Because it's on a lift. For it to work, you have to weld it to the ground. So remove the lift and boom, it starts auto-tracking you. And it'll be pretty wobbly. So make sure you get it nicely welded. Once welded, it should look much better. But as you can see, the tilt isn't working. So that means the S isn't wired up correctly. So you'll want to stop it. Here's the S, it comes to this engine. It comes over to here, and just try flipping the rotation and re-engaging it. And if that isn't working, try making sure the engine is on. And by the looks of this, it looks as if the W is wired into both. So by linking up the S, hitting this, and you see how it flipped upside down, that isn't what you want. So you'll want to remove a block, put it back on the left, you'll reset the top, then you can re-add some blocks, just like so. Drop the lift, grab your piece, come to a position where you can weld it, and now, when you turn it on, it should auto-track. And the fact that it flips upside down means that this and this have been flipped. So, now it'll re-rotate itself and pull back up. So now, it will track you. Speed up the engine so it tracks better or worse. And then for the spuds to work, what you have to do is you have to grab either a button so you can manually press it, or if you want to have it auto, what you have to do is you have to grab logic blocks, and you just want normal logic blocks, normal logic gates. So you'll want to grab 3 logic gates and a timer. And then you'll want to wire it like this. You'll want to wire this one into this one into this one into this one. And then you'll want to take the switch output and route it into this. Then you'll want to have an XOR, and then the rest can be ANDs. So when you turn this on, it'll start making these bleeps. Yet the moment you turn it off, it'll just go full power. So keep that on XOR. Then you use this to determine how often you want it to fire. So say you only want the spud guns to fire every 60 seconds. Then what you'll want to do is you'll want to take the output from an AND gate after it. You'll want to take an output from the timer and run it into both or however many spud guns you have. Then, say I adjust this down to every 30 seconds. What will happen is every 30 seconds it'll fire 2 spuds. If I shut this off, it'll fire one more time and then it'll end. And that's how you build a automatic spud gun turret. So you can put as many spuds, but one important thing to notice on both of these, this one's a bit easier to show, but the arrow on this purple block always has to be in the direction of firing. And since I was left here, it fired right here. And you can use any method of powering the spud guns, whether it's a better timer, data blocks, anyway. The only things that have to stay the same is you have to have 4 bearings, each connected to their own electric engine, these AI output blocks, and some sort of turret block. You can use any material for this. And that's it. See you later next time on Amazing Gamer.